Well, hello folks, welcome to the channel. I'm the Custard Prophet, and we're back here with our Tennis Manager 23 playthrough with Crusty Bun from the Custard Academy. And we're going through a period of transition, and we're really trying to get Crusty playing well at a slightly higher level of tennis. He had dominated his way into the top 50, and then he's struggling to make progress, as you might expect from there. So let's see how things went in the last episode, and we're going to make some comparisons with what's going on in this episode, because I think we're in a slightly better place. So folks, so last time out you saw him getting to the semi-final of the Nottingham Open, and if you remember, this was a change in strategy, which was sort of put forward by one of the commenters, in that we were playing at too many high-profile tournaments and we were getting knocked out early. We need to play slightly less high-quality tournaments so we can get further through them and keep our confidence up. So initially it didn't go so well because we had the French Open and we wanted to play in that. We didn't get through that first round match against player ranked 47th in the world, but we were in a pretty poor place at that point. However, in the last episode we played in the Nottingham Open and we got all the way through to the semi-finals, eventually losing against 44th ranked Hugo Gaston, French player, 44th in the world. It was a close, tight match, not much in it at all. But the difference was there that we were on poor form or average form. We weren't on good form, which we're on now. So we've had a week's break and we've come back for another tournament in the UK. Let's see how we're doing. So this is the Rothesay International, and we have qualified all the way to the semi-finals again. You could argue that we've had a fairly straightforward draw, but I think we are playing people that we've been losing to over the past month or two. So this certainly feels like we're making progress. These were hard matches as well. We played Hamed Medjodovic, who we had played previously. We lost the first set 6-3, but then won through 6-3, 6-4 in the second set, which was really good. 99th in the world. Then we played 94th ranked Lloyd Harris. Lost the first set again on a tie-break, but then comfortably won through that 6-4, 6-2. And then in straight sets against a French player, we beat him both on a tie-break, and that takes us into the semi-finals. And we've got an interesting semi-final lineup, very much like the last tournament, where there's a bunch of players who are ranked around the same level. So we are in the middle of that, but we're playing JJ Wolf, who is 32nd in the world. And on the other side is Luca van Asch, who's 39th, and Jack Draper, who's 31st. So the I think the top ranked UK British player. So potentially we could have a bit of a showdown in Eastbourne against another British player. So that's what we want to happen. So I'm quite excited about this, and we certainly have been. It certainly does feel like we are going to be in a better place, because remember, we are now in good shape, and good shape means that increases the physical, a bunch of different physical attributes. It gives us a little bit of a boost, as you can see, with +1 all the way along there. If we get into superb shape, that goes up to +3, I think, for all of those three. So it makes a significant difference. What we were on previously actually was a minus in that level. So we're potentially having a 2 attribute points shift on some of our physical attributes. And that feels like that's going to make an enormous difference. So let's see how we get on against this similarly ranked player in the semi-finals here, JJ Wolf. So we have played old JJ once before. We beat him 6-2, 7-6. This was last year in the World Cup group stages in New Caledonia. So that was not with us involved in that. That was him playing in a that was like a Davis Cup type thing, I believe. So he's most of the time as an attacker. So he's a good baseline. He could also switch his game plan to an offensive baseline play or a varied play. So we're continuing on with the strategy that we've done before. One of the things that has been put up in the comments, and this is something I am planning to do, is to get a more attacking second strategy. So we've got this on the body play, but whether the defensive play isn't particularly great. But what's the deviation? I don't recall setting that one up. I thought this top spin from the baseline was what we were going to do. But anyway, so that's the one I'm going to want to do. We're working on our spin, and I think a good baseline top spin skill, a good baseline top spin base tactic feels like it suits our attributes reasonably well. Right, folks, let's get into it. Let's see how we do here. This will be a fun one, I think. We are going to jump in and just hope. We've upped his relaxation from trouble to reassured, so that's exactly what to do. He's motivated, which is great. So I'm excited by this. I think we're potentially in a really, really good place to do all right against this player. I don't know whether we've got enough to beat him, but it would just be nice to put some... put a decent performance out there and really take him close, if not better him. Well, really solid start from Crusty. Almost got to... he was 30 love up on the previous game. Just had a break point in that game, so let's see if he can get another one. He didn't, but this is the very next service game for the American. We're 3-2 up, and it's another break chance. And it's... How many is he going to put in the net? 1,000. He put 3 into the net there, didn't he? He did. We've got the break anyway, 4-2. And a huge, huge, impressive performance from Crusty. 5-3 in this first set against a player who he's at that level that we've been struggling to beat. And he's just gone long, 6-3 first set to Crusty. Can he keep it up? Can he keep it up? I don't think we need to change anything. Statistics-wise, we are winning 60% of the points. 83% of our first serve of our service points are won. 38% of our return points. That's exactly what we need to keep up. So let's see what we can do. We're just really making him struggle with these on his own serve, which is good to see. That's a nice bit of play. Using the wide serve to great effect there. Another chance on his serve. And let's also... I was going to say, be praising of Crusty for doing so well and taking the chance that was given him. So another advantage here. Another double fault. Feels like it's been a couple of those at key times. He's coming in for the second serve. He's gone wide. Double fault, back to back. Crusty is 1 love up into this in this game, in this second set. Well, frustratingly, Crusty did not make the most of it, and he's 15-40 down on his serve here. Come on, Crusty. You don't give it right back to him. That's a lovely hit. Lovely hit. Found the gap, and it's 30-40. That's nicely done. He's into the net. Oh, lovely. Down the line. Sometimes that's what Crusty doesn't have. It's got the break back. And JJ Wolf, somehow, has found something from somewhere, and he has now the break chance at 2-1, but doesn't take it. Well, Crusty was almost there in the previous game. He was love 30 up, couldn't take it, but it's another break opportunity for Wolf here at 30-40. Into the net. Into that juice. Come on, Crusty. He had a couple of advantages, did not take them. And into the net, and Wolf now has the break. And he has somehow, from a very slow start here, has really come good in this second set. And Crusty there really struggling to do anything there, and we ended up losing that set 6-3 when we looked like we might just walk through it. So looking at set 2, completely switched round. So Crusty winning only 52% of serve points this time round, but his return winning points was about the same. So he's dropped off his service points wins, which it's hard to say why he's done that. Looks like he has his first serve is letting him down a little bit. He's winning only 48% of his first serves, which is not ideal, and I think that is probably something we can do something about. Okay, we've increased the risk on some of the first serves, and we'll see how that goes. Well, it's 3-2. Crusty is 15-40 up. It's tight, as you might expect, but Crusty is in this game. And this could be a big, important result. It's a dreadful... That was one of the worst drop shots you're likely to see, and Crusty's now got a 4-2 lead in the deciding set. This could be massive. Can he make the most of it now? Well, he could. 5-3, 40 love up. Crusty just needs to win one more point, and he will be into the final in what would be, and there it is, the biggest result of the last 2 or 3 months. An absolutely massive result against a player ranked right round about him. That is fabulous stuff. Crusty into the final. And look what we've got. We have that magic final. We are going to be playing Jack Draper, fellow Brit, in the final. I don't think they've ever played each other, but this is the Battle of Britain. It is. So we're gonna go very similar to what we were doing there, and we'll see whether this works. He's an aggressive baseliner. He's all about his power, accuracy. It's not what we like. So focusing on the backhand is probably important. That's what we do anyway with this. It's going to be hard, but we'll see. We'll see how we do here. He's stressed. Let's de-stress him. Yep. Don't worry. Just because he's better ranked doesn't mean he's better than you. You can do this. This will be an absolutely massive thing for Crusty to go up against this Brit, and if he can better him, that would be even bigger. Right, come on, Crusty. Huge, huge match. Well, it is absolutely head to head, so close. But Crusty has all of a sudden, when it really mattered, he's given up lots of points on his serve, and he has got 3 break points to save at 5-4. This is a set point against Draper. Crusty's been doing well on his serve, but not very well on Draper's serve. That is the big difference. One of those. It's a big serve. It's nicely done. Wasn't able to put it away though. Do feel Crusty's not so good with that, using the wide serve. Desperately trying to hold on. This is well played from Draper, making him run. That's a lovely play from Crusty, and he goes wild with that one, and Draper wins the first set 6-4. Disappointing. Nothing between the two players though. Well, say that 38%. So Crusty was probably doing what he could do, but he was struggling in his second serve. So as soon as he got into a rally, it looks like Draper had the better of him, and he wasn't making errors. Crusty was making errors, and he's got a lot more winners on his serve. So that is all a little bit worrying, I think. What do we do about that then? Right, so we've upped the second serve risk. We'll see what that does. Unfortunately, it looks like Jack Draper, who is a player that we actually had in our very first season in TM23. So we'll see whether Draper... Oh, he's done it. It's 5-3, and Crusty's really struggled here on Draper's serve. And here we go, it's a match point, 30-40. Got to figure out a way for Crusty to be able to deal with hard serves. People who are really aggressive. Because it does seem this is where he really struggles. But I think whatever happens, Crusty has got himself to a final. And he certainly proved himself. Oh, that is lucky. I mean... I can't say he didn't deserve it, but 6-4, 6-3, and to win with a net cord like that, oh, we're not going to watch that. But Crusty he gets to a final, doesn't get a win, but it's big, and you have to believe he's going to be able to take that going into the into Wimbledon, which we'll show in the next episode, and fingers crossed he can maybe get through his first match at Wimbledon. Right, well, I say that, but Crusty has been delivered a really tricky draw. He is going to be playing Holger Rune, who's 5th in the world, and Crusty, who is 36th in the world. He's going to find that very, very difficult. But yeah, not quite good enough to get past Jack Draper, but certainly he did he gave himself a good go. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one, where we'll be coming back to see if Crusty can pull off a shock against Holger Rune at Wimbledon. See you then. Bye bye.